right, let's welcome USC to the media room, starting with Coach. Coach, how would you assess your team's performance today?
Yeah, super proud of the effort. You know, in the first half, we were discombobulated with their physicality. Offensively, a lack of rhythm. You know, we were really fortunate that Rodney Rice got hot during that stretch in the first half, and then halftime had to make an adjustment on our, you know, who was playing the point guard position. I thought we did a phenomenal job. You know, it was a really good second half for us, obviously. And then coming into the game, you know, we felt the theme or the story of the game was going to be, you know, the battle of the boards. And, you know, we doubled them up on O boards and you know, won the battle of the glass by 14. So against a really physical team. So super pleased with our defensive effort on the defensive backboards.
Any questions for Ezra or Chad, please?
Ezra, congratulations. You had a great game. Have you ever shot that many free throws in a game? And how are you getting to the line so often?
I probably shot more, honestly. Just continue to, you know, get my repetitions in at the free throw line and take my time. So I'm grateful for myself.
Any other questions? No.
Both players, if you guys could just talk about getting to the final here. It seemed like you were really pleased after the final whistle. How important is it to get this far? I know that the job's not done, but 2 games, 2 wins. How important is it to do that here?
I mean, it's very important because it shows, you know, what type of team we are. You know, we're tough. We like to play hard, and, you know, we played 2 very hard games. So I feel like, you know, we prepared, Coach prepared us for this moment, and I feel like, you know, we've been responding the way we have, so.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Good job, man.
Any questions for Coach?
Coach, congratulations. Can you tell us what Rodney's injury is and how he is?
I mean, we won't know right now, probably till we get back home. But he injured his shoulder, and we'll see how he feels in the morning. You know, it's a shoulder that he injured earlier in training camp, and you know, so didn't feel the, you know, the need to put him in until he could get further evaluated.
Anything else for Coach?
Hey, Coach Muss, what would it mean for you, kind of like how Rob asked the players, but to take a Maui championship? You were here with Arkansas a few years ago and played some very good games here. How about this year with this team?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you come to this tournament, you know, it's like you got to get 1 win, you know, and then can you figure out a way to get 2, and now we're in a position to potentially win 3. I mean, it would mean a lot. Getting to the finals means something as well, but to win tomorrow would, you know, we have 2 Big Ten games coming up when we get out of here, and the biggest concern, you know, quite frankly, was coming to Maui and not playing well, and then knowing that we had 2 Big Ten games to follow this up with the travel back home and all that type of stuff. So, super happy. We're learning on the fly. We're playing guys at different positions. We're running sets that we hadn't. I mean, we had a whole playbook today that we hadn't even really run before, but we were able to walk through some stuff, and our middle pick and roll was really good tonight. And I thought our first half running our normal stuff was not good against Seton Hall.
Coach, in the back, will you explain your next 3 hours, what you plan on doing? Do you guys have assistants that divide up scouts offense, defense? Do you divide up scouts by team? How are you going to watch Wazoo ASU?
Well, yeah, for sure we divide it up. During the regular season, you know, because of the time amongst games, Todd Lee is preparing us for the other team's sets. Michael Musselman is doing the personnel. And Anthony Root is watching, you know, the defense of the opposing team to try to figure out. When we have back-to-back-to-backs, we divide it up So like today was Coach Earl Boykins, prep. Thought he did a great job. I don't even know who's got these two teams. I mean, I was only worried about, today, but whenever we leave here, we'll go back and we'll eat. We'll have a 5 to 7 minute film session before we eat, another 5 to 7 film session after we eat, and then before dinner, a 5 to 7 minute film session, and then we'll do a walkthrough tonight, and then we'll do a walkthrough in the morning.
And I realize this is a little loaded, but I'm Phoenix Media, so I'd love to have the quote for tomorrow. If indeed you play ASU, tell me about either your time at ASU when you were an assistant or coaching against a Bobby Hurley team, or what you know about the Sun Devils now. Well,
the good thing is Bobby and I aren't going to play one-on-one because I know who would win that game. The part about Arizona State, I mean, love being there. My family loved being there. It's a great place to live. It's a great school. And I respect how Coach Hurley's put together his basketball team, to find a guy like, they're off guard that's like, where'd he come from? And then he comes out and he really, really contributes. And, they're a team that plays like their coach. They take on his personality and so for us, it's just watching this game, evaluating this game, and then trying to come up with a game plan.
All right, one more question for Coach. Rob.
Coach, I'm doing the math. I looked at my watch. I think I did it right. 18 and a half hours from now, you're going to be back out there. And you went over the schedule, but how tough is it to get right back out there in a game that's so big?
Yeah, I mean, I hope, and you want to try to recruit toughness. Because some legs are going to be a little bit, you're not going to be fresh like if you had 5 days off. This is this is hard as it gets to play 3 games in 3 days, and because of the time change, we're playing games super early instead of playing the games at 4 in the afternoon. So to play at 9:30 or whatever we're playing at tomorrow, that's we got to get up and figure out what time are we getting them up is the first problem, and then how much do you really eat if you let them sleep a little bit longer. So all those things are things that I haven't decided, but we will in the next hour or so.
Sorry, Coach.
Everybody.
One more. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One more.
Hey, Coach Musk, sorry. You mentioned a little while ago about getting ready for Big Ten play after this, and I believe so last year was that first kind of run through of the Big Ten for USC. Do you guys feel like, do you kind of mentally think of yourself like we are Big Ten now? I just asked because you're going up against one of the old Pac-12s and yourselves a former Pac-12.
Do I feel like?
Yeah, like does
not really. I feel like the Big Ten's a lot of non-conference games because we play teams once. I know it's not the politically correct answer, but we're going to play Purdue at our home building this year, and that's it. And it's a large conference. I feel like we're in a conference with UCLA and Washington and Oregon because we play them twice. But when you have such an unbalanced schedule, and our travel is the way it is, all's I'm like, how do we survive the next game? That's kind of my philosophy once we get to conference play, is just the next game, in front of us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, please welcome Seton Hall to the media room. Coach Holloway, any thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, give USC a lot of credit. I thought they made second half made some adjustments and just start hitting the offensive glass, and I don't think we did a great job of boxing out. And I thought that was a difference in the game. So kudos to those guys, and tough, hard game. Just gotta get ready for tomorrow.
All right, any questions for Buzz? Or Bud? Rob?
But you had that third foul in the final minute of the first half. You were able to get to basically the final buzzer without fouling out until you did foul out. Was that on your mind in the second half? And if so, how maybe did that limit you at all?
I mean, it was on my mind. It was on the back of my mind, but I still was trying to play hard, trying to cause havoc, and just trying to do whatever I can on the defensive side. Yeah.
You guys 6-1 last year. This team won 7 games total. I know it's disappointing right now, but how do you feel like you're playing, and how important has this trip specifically been for you guys?
Last year was last year, man. It's a new year.
Right, it's a new year. Although we lost, I feel like we taking steps in the right direction. Yeah, that's all for real.
All right, let's let Bud get back to your team. Thank you for being here. Questions for Coach?
We good?
One more. We're done. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. In that second half, where did you feel like the game might have flipped in their favor?
Like I said, I thought they did a good job hitting the offensive glass and just pounding and driving, and they went to the free throw line a lot. And I think that's where the game kind of got stagnant on offense. We was in foul trouble, so a lot of the key guys couldn't play as much. I don't want to use the word bench, but the reserve guys got to do a better job of holding the fork down when guys are in foul trouble. That's kind of when the game flipped. And they tell you the end of the first half, like we didn't end the first half well.
Keith Harris, Fox Sports. You said you guys got in foul trouble in the second half. Do you attribute that to the plays that USC ran, because Coach said that he went deep in his playbook, or was it a situation where they kind of came out not situationally aware?
No, I think Coach Muss, I love him. He's a great guy. He was a high screen pick and roll the whole second half. So I don't know how he went deep in his playbook, but we just didn't do a great job of guarding that. Kid Baker Mazar was really good the second half. He just went left every time. I told our guys to sit on the left, make it go right. He did a good job. Like I said, they just went to the free throw line, and my radio guy told me a stat that I don't know is true. I think they went to the free throw line 26 times in the second half.
Let's see. I think they were 31 for 38 from the free throw line, and you guys were 12 of 18.
No, the second half.
Oh, in the second half.
Yeah,
Wow.
He told me we went to the free throw line 6 times. I think they went 20-something times in the second half. I mean, I don't know. I can't talk about that. I just know that they're a very physical team, just like we're a very physical team. Both teams was kind of getting after it. We wasn't shooting that many threes. But we just got to get ready for tomorrow, man. Tournaments like this, it happens, right? You lose a tough one, you got to go regroup, and our guys got to get in the ice baths and do everything they got to do to try to get ready to get one tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach.
We good? All right, thank you.